Win is a win is a win is a win. We needed it. Man, I feel like this weekend we were in shambles as a fan base. There's rumors thrown all over the place, trades, talks, and this needs to happen, that needs to happen. So, you know, this win couldn't have come at a better time. I don't care who it's against. I'm glad that we did continue the Nick Claxton losing streak for sure. That's always what I'm checking into when we're playing against Brooklyn. And you said to start off the Nets led by Michael Porter Jr. Nah. The Nets led by Noah Clowney. That dude was killing us tonight from the three-point line, but it wasn't enough because we were cooking, as you mentioned. Karl-Anthony Towns having a game that was definitely needed. I'm sure he was on the internet this weekend. So to have the night he had, congratulations to him. He 70%. We're gonna talk about the numbers later, but big night for Cat. Definitely welcomed. Also threw in some defense there. We'll talk about that. Speaking of defense, Mikal Bridges, I thought he was making his fellow draftee mate of Michael Porter Jr. very uncomfortable tonight. So I have to show some love to my guy, Mikal. But man, it was a good game. We needed this. We needed a win, a comfortable win against a lowly team at this time of the season, while everybody is throwing blame and casting stones and blame and saying it's this person's fault and that person's fault. They're about to blame us next. Alex, is going to be on us if we lose again. So I think tonight was definitely necessary, and I'm excited for the Hornets game on Wednesday in NBA Cup play. So definitely a big win today.
Well, you already know what it is, CK. They'll blame the watch parties, the KFTV meetups if we
For
continue to
sure.
lose. So you know how the drill goes, man. But to your
For
point, this
sure.
was a surely needed win. Knicks go to 10-6 on the season. So solid win for them. Can't complain. But look, this is like what you want to see after a team that let go of the rope against the Orlando Magic. And let's just get into this. Karl-Anthony Towns, man, just phenomenal night for him. He is the player of the game just because, you look at having a slow start against the Magic, not like having then an okay second half, really getting to the free throw line against the Magic, but he hasn't really been his highly efficient self, the production that we were accustomed to last season, and we got that tonight. I mean, 37 points, 14 of 20 from the field, 3 of 4 from downtown, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 12 boards, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. I mean, what more could you ask from this man in this game? And he made Nick Claxton look non-existent. All right, ghost out there. Claxton would be like my guy Sam Darnold when he played the Patriots, just seeing ghost by the way he was playing. Cat got anything that he wanted tonight, whether it was driving down the lane, whether it was working the post, whether it was knocking down threes. I mean, he was just in his bag tonight. No other way to say it. And what I liked about Karl-Anthony Towns' game tonight, CK, is that he was very decisive. Because when we watch him, even when he drives, it's like he's not sure if he really wants to drive and go
Right.
up for the basket, and sometimes thinking that he wants to just go get the foul and slow down the game. Tonight is how he should be playing every single night, being decisive, playing with aggression, knowing that you want to finish around the cup. That's how you're going to get to the free throw line, and that's how you're going to be playing at the level that we see tonight. Look at this highlight that we have here. Shout out to our producer, Gamba. I mean, look, that's the way that you want to see Towns just getting down the lane and just finishing. And look, knocking down open threes as well. You want to see him just take the shots that he's comfortable taking, and I thought he did a phenomenal job in being decisive tonight.
Yeah, I like that. Well, shout out to Greg from the play-by-play today. But yeah, I like that his threes today were a lot closer to the line. I feel like that makes the three-point shot a little bit easier to make. I know you got that ability, Towns, but while we're trying to get our shot back, let's take the easier three. And I feel like we saw it today, bro. I can't say enough. The 70% from the field. Again, I understand the conversation is going to be but it's against the Nets. I get you. But he needed this. Towns needed this type of a game because we were killing them for not just the loss in Orlando, but the win in Dallas. It just these slow starts and Alex put it perfectly. The indecisiveness against so many matchups that he should be cooking on a nightly basis. Tonight, I would argue, is probably one of, again, and this is giving Nick Claxton way too much credit, but one of probably the tougher, in quotes, defensive matchups that he has seen compared to the likes of some of the other people that he was having a harder time with. And I feel like he handled it well. So, I think that Karl-Anthony Towns needed this game. Hopefully, this is something that is a start of a good run for him, and it's not just because we played against Brooklyn. But yeah, player of the game again. Unfortunately, we were doing too well, so he just couldn't get that 40 piece because we played so well that he had to come out of the game. But still, 37 points, 70% shooting, getting double-digit rebounds, and also those blocks. I see you, Towns. Hand up, getting the blocks in the paint. I'm proud of you on that. Let's go. Putting some effort defensively. Let's go, Towns. Go ahead.
Well,
We
look,
need that.
CK, they had to pull him out early from this
Yeah.
game
Right.
because he had that terrible fall. You saw him just like what was just like taking his time. Looks like he was in excruciating pain. You know, you were just. I was like, hold on one second. Are we actually about to lose another guy for? I was like, you cannot
Yeah.
tell me that Brunson, OG, and Cat all get injured within like 2 weeks. This is just insane. And the whole point is to, pace for this season to get to April. What's
Right.
going on here? Thankfully, he was able to get back to the bench on his own power. And then what happens next? He gets back into the game and then knocks down a three, and you're like, oh, okay, this is just fine. He's dealing with a little
Yeah.
bit of a stinger, probably, but he's completely fine. So I totally understand and totally reasonable to pull him early when you saw him take that nasty fall. So all
Yeah.
good there. But let's get to our next guy, CK, because we got to go to the role player of the game, and that is Josh Hart. I thought Josh Hart had a solid game tonight. Shooting the ball wise, like he did what he had to do. He got his 7 points, 3 or 8 from the field, 1 or 3 from downtown. We know he's not always going to light up the points column, but what he does do well is grab boards, get assists, cause turnovers, initiate the break, be a playmaker, and I thought he did a phenomenal job of that tonight. I mean, every time he grabbed a board, he was looking to push the pace, find guys out in transition, whether it was JB, Bridges, Towns, whoever it was. He was just looking to move the rock when he got up past the half court line. And then you saw that just tally out an assist. And he probably could have got a more assists if guys were just knocking down their shots. But still 7 assists is great for tonight. And I'm saying they could have knocked down more shots when they hit 51% of their shots tonight. And then on top of that, you just see how he's just a ball hawk, able to extend the play where a ball you think is about to go out of bounds, hops out of bounds, saves it, gets it to Bridges, I believe, and then Bridges just starts to lead at the other side. So I thought Josh Hart had another good game. He continues to show why he's just the Energizer Bunny for this team. Excellent performance by Josh Hart tonight.
Yeah, Josh Hart, he has that same thing that I'm looking for with Towns, and we said it is the being decisive with your decision making because yeah, he's one of those guys I feel like anytime he goes to the rack, he can score. I feel like there's very very few people that can stop him from scoring at the rack. He did that a few times tonight, and I'm always happy to see him do that. But more importantly, like you're saying with the passing, making those decisions, not second guessing them, not going up for a shot and then midway through the shot thinking I'm going to jump and pass out of it. None of that was happening today from Hart. You saw you talk about the 7 assists. What I like is the 1 turnover. That's huge for him. 12 rebounds. We know Hart loves to get those long rebounds. He fights for the boards. Appreciate him on that. But yeah, I think it's warranted. I'm okay with him getting that. I mean, he filled up every stat, every stat. Even that one pesky turnover we talked about. I'm talking about right now. But 2 steals, 2 blocks on top of it. Did a little bit of everything. Exactly, especially in getting the start because of Shamit's injury or OG, whichever one you want to say is the reason why he started. To get that start and be that kind of glue guy in the great shooting night from Towns and the great shooting night from Brunson. Yeah, shout out to Jay Hart for this one. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And then, as you mentioned, Jalen Brunson, we know what Cap can do, man. He is the Brunson burner for a reason. 27 points, 10 and 19 from the field, 4 and
Quiet
9 from
27.
downtown. It was
A
really
quiet
quiet, man. When I
27.
looked at when
Yeah.
I looked at the stat sheet, I was like, he got
Yeah.
like you felt Towns' impact tonight because
Yeah.
Towns was certainly featured, but then you're like, okay, Brunson, like you see Brunson score there here and then you're like, then you look
Right.
at the stat sheet, you're like, wait, he got 27? How did he get
Right.
27?
Right.
When did that come around? And then
Right.
obviously the 4 and 9 from downtown, the 3 assists. He was obviously instrumental in getting this win, but you felt like tonight was just like a cruiser type night for him. He got his, but he didn't have to work too hard based on like just making it look way too easy tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like you said, captain was being the captain tonight. He was scoring in those little lull moments where we needed some push. JB figured it out, got it going, and then we started spraying the ball out again. It was really timely with the buckets he had, but so timely to the point where you don't remember them because they were the like perfect placeholders when it felt like we were starting to slip up a little bit with the lead, and JB just gave us a run, and then you were like you said, the Towns scoring just seemed so much louder because of it, but we wouldn't have a lot of those instances without the captain being the captain. 27 points tonight. Again, we're going to be talking about 50s across the board because he had a 50% shooting night on his own with 53% from the field. And like you said, with the threes, Yeah, JB just being JB, the captain doing his thing, and getting right to his season average, and we're ready to go play Charlotte. So shout out to JB, man.
Yeah, man, this is like a really good night. It was a really good night for everybody. Just going down the line. I mean, Bridges also had a solid and efficient night as well. He contributed in a multitude of fashions, whether it's grabbing boards, creating assists, just the efficient scoring as well. His efficiency in scoring the season is just through the roof, man. I mean, 6 for 11 to get 16 points is just off the chains for him at this point. Really, just need his free throws, and he knocked both of them down tonight. But yo, man, just get over 90. You can have that 50, 40, 90 split. You can have that. You're so close, man, this season. Just do it. Yeah. But yeah, Bridges, man, just another guy who was causing turnovers, just playing a good, solid floor game and providing timely scoring when needed as well. You can tell that he looks very comfortable in what they're trying to run through just this Mike Brown offense as well, man. Anybody else that you want to talk about tonight that you thought had a solid performance?
Yeah, I want to split some time between two players, and that was Ariel Hukporti and Tyler Kolek. I feel like in their roles, I feel like they really did shine tonight. I know statistically it's not gonna be really like, okay, there's not much to really say, but I really like Tyler Kolek tonight in a sense of, like we talked about with Hart, but pushing the pace. When he went out there, everything he did had purpose. We saw him in Bridges in that third quarter have a run of back-to-back really solid plays. Kolek was also stepping up defensively. He did a great Jalen Brunson impression on drawing a charge on I forgot who it was on the drive, but he pulled it. He got a charge in a very Brunson type way because it was like he was hiding behind. I think it was Hukporti or Towns, steps to the side perfectly in place, takes the charge. I thought Kolek did a lot of really nice things tonight to keep the ball rolling while Brunson was on the bench. And I gotta give Hukporti credit because, man, with Robinson out tonight, you're the number one thing you're always looking for is A, interior defense, and B, rebounding. And it's like, again, it was like a Mitchell Robinson light as far as the offensive rebounds. Even if there was times where he didn't get the board, there'd be like three Nets players going after that rebound, and you see Hukporti right in the middle of it, hustling with them, trying to get that board, whether it went out of bounds or they would eventually get the board, or Hukporti would pull in one of his I think he had two offensive rebounds of his four. So I got to give them some credit. Again, not really the loudest of statistical nights, but those two, it was just nice to see them get some burn while we have injuries, and I feel like do a lot of the little busy work that we need to maintain these leads when our starters aren't going to the bench.
We needed this game, right? This game from Cat. So Cat exploded offensively tonight. His shot was on point. I mean, that's exactly what we've been waiting on the entire season so far. The only thing is, man, when he threw that lob to Yabusele, I was like, yo, send this man to Beijing, bro. He couldn't get off the floor. I'm like, yo, is this the same guy who dunked on LeBron, yo? Oh my God.
They did a whole piece about it in the same game, and then that play happened. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. And then, yeah, man, I mean, Yabu, I think he hit like 1 3 tonight. But that's the thing. I think it's just a couple of things they need to clean up. I feel like, so Jordan Clarkson and Yabu in the game at the same time, there's like almost no perimeter defense with that lineup. Deuce, his shot is looking kind of funny, man, but it's he's basically our best defender next to Mikhail right now. And yeah, that's the thing, man. So let's see. Hopefully we build momentum, right? We take that Charlotte game, clean up some more, and then now we can get to the Milwaukee game. Because I think Mike Breen said it tonight, right? If we win the next two games, we advance in the cup, right? The Interny Cup.
That's right.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's put together these two wins back to back, and then now you got two competitive games with Toronto and Milwaukee. So I'll take tonight's game, man. But no more Yabu dunks, fellas. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, have a good one, Knicks Fixin'. Yo, I was like, hold on one second. Did Cat think he was out there with Mitchell Robinson? Did he think he was out there with Rudy Gobert? Hold on one second. Because Cat can throw the lob. He's actually known as like one of the big men that can throw a lob to another big man. You just chose the wrong big man tonight.
That was fine. No, Alex, but they did a whole thing on MSG talking about the dunk on LeBron in the Olympics. So he threw it to the right guy because apparently this guy is this soaring, Frenchman. But apparently not, bro. They said in the chat that Yabu can't even dunk over an iPhone 7, bro. I was over it. I was like, oh, I'm sick of him, man. I'm sick of the chat. I'm sick of the chat. Yeah, they said he can't even jump over a paperclip. I'm like, all right, y'all got it, man. Y'all leave Yabu alone. But yeah, it was It was not great. It was not great. The pass was fine.
Pass was
That's all.
fine. Yeah, it
The
wasn't
pass was
bad at all. But it was like
Oh, the pass was
the
fine.
guy just hasn't gotten into any rhythm yet. I mean,
At all, bro. At
it is
all.
just tough, man.
It was
Absolutely
rough,
tough.
man.
Like
It was
I don't know, man. I mean, I feel bad just constantly. It feels like we're bashing this guy, but yet
I
it seems like
know, right?
it seems like he's taking it in stride just because every day we're getting a game day post, on all social. So he must be happy to be in New York, Nick. He's like, yo, this is my time. Doesn't matter,
Oh.
If the Knicks win a chip and they trade me, I still get a ring. Don't matter, man. I was here for part of it. I was here for training camp. But man,
Yabba dabba do.